For well over a decade now, JK Tyre has run nearly 1/5 of its total production capacity from its plant right here in Tamil Nadu, or as the company likes to call it, its CTP, or the Chennai Tyre plant. Incidentally, it's this very plant that has also seen a total investment of well over 2,600 crore rupees since 2012, even as it has notched up a capacity of 350 tons. What's more, the plant is all set to welcome its next phase of expansion and the future. To speak to us about some of these plans and the overall tyre market for the second half of the year, I'm joined by none other than Managing Director at JK Tyre, Anshuman Singhania. Mr. Singhania, good to have you with us here on ET Now.
Nice to have you here with us.
And it's lovely to be here at your Chennai Tyre plant. Very interesting establishment, no doubt. 350 tons capacity, 2,600 crore rupees investment since 2012. Give us some perspective in terms of how crucial this establishment is for the kind of business that you do here at JK Tyre.
Sure. Well, Chennai, we established in 2012. So we have a radial facility here. We have a capacity of 350 tons. We are producing radial tires as we speak, truck radial and passenger car tires, where truck tires, where we have a solid positioning in the Indian industry, and plus we are exporting. Passenger tires, we are putting up more and more capacity as we get along. And this is our, from our total revenue, it is about 26% from Chennai.
Right, I know it's a very crucial establishment, no doubt. And there's also a bit of an expansion plan that you're plotting overall, but the Chennai plant, I'm sure, will feature quite prominently. You are, of course, 90% capacity utilization as things stand. So the next phase of the plant's journey may not be too far ahead, really.
So we are already ongoing with a 1400 capacity expansion in our two other locations. Right now we are always assessing the market in terms of the demand, and this facility has got about 600, another 300 tons to go. So we will plan as we go along.
So no timeline as yet for the expansion plan? All right. But you know, moving forward itself, I know for a fact that you have plants in multiple locations, 11 locations, 9 of which are in India. The 1,400 crore rupee outlay that you talk about has also seen a whole lot of interest in recent times. What does this do to your overall capacity, and where do you take it up from here in terms of numbers?
Well, we are gunning for higher market share in our said product lines, which are TBR and PCR. So we are constantly evaluating the demand and not only domestic but globally as well. So here we are investing around 1,400 crores, which is going to come on stream by end of Q3 this year, and it's going to take a ramp up from there.
All right.
And from there we are going to be assessing how we go along as we during the quarters.
All right, and we'll talk about all those plans in just a bit, but let's also turn our attention to where we are right now in terms of the economy itself. It's been a very optimistic few weeks now, especially since the union government announced GST rationalization, all set to take form and shape on the 22nd of September. What is your outlook really as far as the Indian tyre market is concerned? Good times, yes, everybody is riding on a bit of a high. Tyres as well have seen GST cuts to about 18 and 5% depending on the tyre variant. What does this do to demand really, Mrs. Singhania?
Well, GST reform is a very welcome move, and this will definitely increase the money which is going to be in the consumer hand. This will definitely flip and boost consumer sentiments, and I think here for the tyre industry in particularly, it's got a very positive outlook, because the consumer facing goods which are in the passenger car, radial tires, the 2-3 wheeler and even the farm tires, it will have a good run. And I definitely see that the tyre industry is going to be in for good times.
Right. So H2 FY26 growth rates, what's the projection really for the overall tire industry, and how much do you expect JK Tyre to grow by?
Well, we are expecting a double-digit growth for closing this year, with our focus a lot on premiumization, whether in truck radial tires or passenger radial tires. And here, even the excitement in terms of the launches in the passenger vehicle are going to be exciting. And even there will be a lot of revival in the commercial space, and particularly in the public transportation, bus space, where we are market leaders.
Right. So while you expect a double-digit growth rate, the overall market you expect it to grow in the high single digits, perhaps even more, both passenger and commercial vehicles tires.
So put together, we expect the industry to grow at a high single digit.
High single digits. All right. Moving forward, what will festive demand also look like? Because you couldn't have timed the GST rationalization better. Festive purchases, especially in automobiles, are something that is, of course, well known. India's reputation on that front, purchasing-wise, precedes it. I have many OEMs, in fact, telling me that it could well be their best ever festive season. What's your outlook in terms of the next few weeks, really?
No, so the next few weeks, just after the GST rollout, I think it's got a very promising, and there will be a lot of surge which will coming in. And I think this will carry on because of the festive season. And the sentiments of the consumer is definitely going to be positive. There is a lot of pent-up demand. So that pent-up demand will be harnessed well as we go along.
Right.
So yeah, definitely exciting quarters and an exciting H2 to look at.
A very exciting H2, no doubt. Let's quickly shift focus back to the plant again. I know for a fact that there's potential to take capacity up to 600 tons from 350 to where we are today. You haven't quite come around to the timeline of doing that. But essentially, even as you go about plotting expansion, that 1400 crore rupee allocation for other plants as well is also going to be operationalized. I know you don't comment on market share, but what will this do to your market share essentially when you are, I think, eyeing pole positions in a couple of segments, if I'm not mistaken? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, but we are going to be, as I said, that in the truck radial space, we are a very strong market leader there. So we are going to be definitely consolidating our positioning there with our capacity coming in the truck radial space. In the passenger car radial, as we are going up in terms of our premiumization, we are going to be enabling our facilities with better, higher capacity sizes to cater to the market.
Right. And you talk about premiumization itself, and EVs are definitely a big talking point. Surely different tires, more premium tires, one would imagine, and that could well be a key growth driver for you. I know for a fact there's also a PricewaterhouseCoopers report that talks about the Indian tire industry being valued at 13 lakh crore rupees by 2047. Those are great readings for a market that's all set to plot its next phase of growth.
Sure. And here we are definitely throttling our way in terms of not only building our capacities, but to cater to the market, but also going up in the higher rim sizes. So in the passenger car radial, we are already catering the OEM with SUV tires, which are the higher rim sizes as well. And we are ready for the replacement market for the higher rim sizes, and we are also exporting higher rim sizes to various countries.
Right. You bring up exports, and I can't quite help but ask you, there's been so much discourse at this time and place when it comes to the export market. The Trump tariffs have played a disruptor of sorts over the last few weeks now, but your exposure to the US markets in terms of exports is quite limited. Nearly 3%, if I'm not mistaken, and you also have manufacturing capabilities in Mexico. Do you hope to actually continue to lessen the impact of those tariffs on the business, or do you still have a bugbear of sorts here and there by way of the tariffs itself?
So our exposure to US is 3% from our total revenue. So that we have been able to diversify into different markets. So that is a de-risk strategy. We definitely are entering new white spaces in the world. The where we are already catering, we are solidifying our position there, and we see there is a lot of scope in our exports.
All right. New exports markets are also on the anvil, I'm told. I think somewhere in Africa is a huge possibility for you, even as you continue to double down on the EU, UK, and UAE markets. What are some of those key export markets that you're looking at going forward?
So we cater to about 100 plus countries. Our UAE is a very big footprint. We are also present in a big way in Brazil and Latin America, and also Mexico. And the new markets are UK and EU countries, where we are developing a lot of products to serve that markets.
All right.
And also the new markets are Africa, as you said.
Right. And you know, even as we speak about exports, I think your Chennai plant, capitalizing on its strategic location to ports, accounts for nearly 35 to 40% in terms of your top line as far as exports go. What's the plan on that front from this facility? Do you plan to increase that number, focus more of your exports here? What would be that strategic play that you make on the export front from these parts?
Well, lot of products are getting made here in our Chennai facility to take advantage of the port. So lot of high premium sizes are getting made here, not only for domestic but for the export market. And we will continuously rejig our product mix, you know, depending on the need of the markets. And we are continuously using this facility to cater both domestically and to the exports.
Right. One last question before I let you go. I know that it's a very exciting time for the Indian economy, especially with tax rationalization happening just a few weeks ago. What is the one big trend that both automobile OEMs and tire production can look out for in terms of there being a clear growth driver, at least as far as the medium term goes?
I think this reform will definitely boost the consumer sentiment. And the CV market for a couple of years were little on a muted growth. This will definitely give a flip. And as our infrastructure thrust is there with the government, and good monsoon this year, there is, and rural economy also picking up. So the overall sentiment in the auto industry is looking to be good and looking to be positive. And I am sure with excitement in new model introduction in the passenger car will definitely bring a lot of cheers to the tire industry.
Well, let's hope we're all saying cheers well into the future. On that note, Mr. Anshuman Singhania, such a pleasure speaking with you.
Thank you.
Thank you so very much.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.